Hey everyone, this is Dan, the GM, and I'm bringing you episode 167 of What the Dice. Now, we have been at this for three and a half years, something like that. Time flies when you're having fun. And we have been pretty bad about talking about our Patreon. But for Season 2, we are going to try to step up that a little bit. Now, if you've been enjoying this and you want to help us grow, if you head on over to patreon.com/whatthedice_podcast, you can see our Patreon and see all the cool stuff we've got going on. This will get you exclusive YouTube channels. This will get you the ability to do all sorts of things. And we have a tier starting at a single $1 a month, which means you can get to add your favorite custom items to the shop. You don't even have to balance them. We'll take care of all that. Just tell us what it looks like and what it does. We'll do the rest. Now, if you don't have a chance to do Patreon and you still want to support us, head on over to our Discord and hang out with us. You can even help build the world there because in our Discord, we have a name your own NPC. This is clubs, bars, all that. You could do that, and that's free. And of course, tell your friends because, friends, share. And in fact, if you really want to be fun, tell your enemies too, because, we're weird, and they'll be like, why? And you'll be like, because. And then you'll laugh, they'll laugh, the table will laugh, and then you'll hope you have your battle axe with you so you can kill the mimic. But that's it. That's all I got. I'm going to shut up and let you get on with this week's episode. I'm Dan the GM, this is What the Dice, and you, my friend, you are amazing. From our guard post, we look up at the sky. Though the clouds are dark, we can still see the hues of oranges and blues as day turns to sunset. We can watch as the last beams of light penetrate over the horizon line as we are told we are free to go for the day. We nod and we make our way down. Only a few feet, really, from the guard post. The storyteller is sitting. Our normal stump has been sitting there for us. There's a cup of warm tea and what smells like fish that is cooking. The storyteller looks at us and smiles.
Well, my friends. Seems as if the day has finally ended for both of us. You had a nice, relaxing day at the guard post. Not much seems to have been going on today. A few traders here and there, and the bar scuffle here and there, but nothing a strapping adventurer can't handle. But of course, we're not here to reminisce of the day. We're here to hear the tale of the adventurers. Well, last we spoke, the adventurers are dealing with Argaroth the Roggaroth, or something that looks and acts and has the same hatred as him. Well, let us continue our tale.
As he opens up the book, there's a flume of black flames as the story continues. In the last episode, the adventurers made their way to the dried and dead volcano that the cannibal king, Leoris Sylvan, has decided to make his own. With the information given to you by Red Eyes, the Naga, and a strange stick of explosives, well, tube of explosives, you were sent to put a damper in whatever plan Leoris has set for the Holy City. Sneaking your way into this dead volcano, you see a massive armored war zeppelin being loaded and built. You hide in a nice little corner to keep from prying eyes, and when you get ready to fire, Leoris called out, calling you cowards and that he wants you to stand up and make yourself known so that he can fight you, wipe you off the face of the earth. You know, generic evil villain threatening. Ignoring his threats, you opened fire and sent the volcano into an eruption. And you quickly escaped. Once outside, and the cave behind you crumbles. There is a loud thump, and an old enemy has made himself aware. The battle broke out with Argaroth the Ragaroth, with him breathing fire, swinging a giant mace attached to him, and trying to deal damage to the party. We come back mid-battle. And I believe we are starting at top of round, which is Defibulous.
Is Fibulous. Alrighty.
Not gonna lie, I forgot that he breathed fire on me for a second.
Yeah, you know, I kind of forgot that he does breathe fire.
Like, I remember his crazy mallet that he could fling, but I was like, oh yeah, he bred fire.
Where is he in relationship to us on the map, or does that even matter?
It doesn't matter. He is only about 30 to 35 feet away. He has reach. He can actually hit you. No, he's technically within 15 feet of you all because he is within extended range.
Right, because he has his, like, Terminator metal bits in his bones.
Yep.
Yeah, we should have de-armed him, quite literally. Not like weapon-wise, but like arm gone, and found out he had black metal skeleton-y bits.
Yep.
Did he play the Terminator theme when that happened? That's
He
what I
should, and I'm gonna call that out now. We need the Terminator theme. Da-dun, dun, da-dun.
Copyright.
I know.
I'll find something.
Which I actually just watched. Anyways.
So let's see. Check my notes. I still have grit left, which is good. I shot him in the arm. Arm has metal. There's metal in the rest of him.
He has a giant metal plate that seems to be connected from his lower jaw to his collarbones.
Yeah, because we decapitated him, so his head is now bolted to his self.
So we could crack the punt, don't lose your head.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall his weapon, the one that flings out the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have like a point that's causing it to ratchet back or not?
You don't know. It is connected to his arm, and it seems to ratchet back.
Could I do an engineering check to see where that ratchet might be?
You can roll a perception to see if you can see it first.
Fine, I'll roll you a perception.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How about a 28?
With the 28, you kind of eye the mechanisms, and you see that the chain seems to disappear into this inky, swirling blackness. You do not see any type of mechanical bits. It seems as if the chain, the bones, the mace are all made from this strange, blackened ichor.
Ah, the ichor again. Gotcha.
Bone God likes his ichor.
He does. Go into a brewing company, brew it, and sell. Oh, no ideas. Alright, I'm just going to, for sake of time and thought, I'm going to shoot him in the face.
All right. Are you calling shooting him in the face, or are you just saying you're shooting him and you're just adding the flavor of in the face?
No, I'm just going to shoot him in the face.
Okay. That doesn't answer the question, but okay.
Called shot or not called shot?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I thought I was saying it. Yes, I am shooting him in the face, called shot.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. 40 to hit.
That is a hit.
And do not forget outflanking all the other flanking things.
Yes, because if he hits, I get to hit. Or try to hit.
It would be 14 points of damage to his face.
With Kalila then getting her attack of opportunity. I'm going to take my quick little attack. Seeing that Defibulous successfully hit.
Okay.
That'll be a miss.
Okay. Works for me.
I rolled a 3 on die. There's no way that's going to hit.
I enjoy when you miss. Argaroth is going to eye Fibulus. You see little flicks of flames from his eyes as he is going to swing his big old mace at you. And the bad rolling begins. Does a 29 hit?
No, that is not a hit, sir.
Well, fine. Be that way. I'll get you next time. You and your little rifle, too.
I thought you were going to go like Inspector Gadget, I'll get you next time.
You know, he is kind of becoming that way. I was expecting little turtles, you and your little turtles.
You know what? Just let you around.
Woohoo! Now, are we kind of in an open field, or is there places to duck and dodge behind rocks or trees?
This looks like it used to be the side of the volcano where a cave kind of opened up. So there are small rocks. The trees are thin and kind of off to the distance. If you wanted to make a run for the trees, you could.
No. I was just curious to see if there's a big enough boulder to duck behind kind of idea.
Nope.
All right, well then Kalila is actually going to give a chance with a clustered shot against Argaroth.
You can just go ahead and roll low, like, match my rolls.
Well, no, we're all good. Which I get to attack 3 times in one round, so my 3. You are so lucky. I have improved crit, and I am just like a point away at 2 from critting him all the time. Count your blessings. Does a 45 hit?
It does, unfortunately.
Okay, well, I rolled 2 15s and a 16, so the lowest is a 45, so I'm going to say all 3 hit then. Total is 79 points of damage.
I get the feeling he's going to feel that in the morning.
One could only hope.
He does not look well.
I'm going to shoot him for an opportunity attack now.
All right, go for it.
Because I remembered.
Yay!
Yeah, I don't think I have improved crit at all, do I? 42.
All right, that is a hit.
And then the 16 then.
16 points.
Yeah.
Which, while he's doing his attack of opportunity, Hugin and Mugen are both strategically moving in opposite directions away from Kalila to continue the flanking. So that way it's kind of creating a diamond around Argaroth for Hugin and Mugen.
Okay.
So they're taking their move action, and they are both going to make their attack. Remind me if you remember. If not, I will err on the side of I shot him last time for Mugen. Didn't he bite him? I could have swore he went up and bit him.
Yes, you are reloaded with magic mithril.
Fantastic. Well, then Mugen is going to take a shot with his magic mithrils once he gets into his strategic little location. Let me roll from him. Pretty sure he's gonna miss with a 20. Sad. I also rolled a 2 on die. So no surprise there for Mugen. Alrighty. And then a Hugin. And Hugin's going to do a quick lunge towards him, or probably actually more his leap attack. So he gets his jumping bonus, his death from above, to land a poisonous bite.
Okay.
Does a 40. 40 should work.
That is a hit.
Fantastic. 12 points of bite damage. And I believe the poison is a 1d6, yes?
Yes, I believe so.
2 points of poison.
Okay. Yeah, he is not looking too well. Defibulous, top of round. What?
Oh.
What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Even I'm
Give
looking.
Gargaroth.
No, Argaroth is after Defibulus.
Oh, that's right. He did attack him. My bad.
Just like even I was like looking over, going, "Okay, what's going on?"
Defibulus, top of round. What would you like to do?
And his head, you said, was being held on by a big metal plate connected to everything.
Yep, kind of like a cast iron collar.
New fashion statement. I'm going to shoot him 3 times this round.
Okay.
Ooh, are you doing a clustered attack?
No, I do believe I have up to 3 attacks per round now.
Oh, snap. That's beautiful.
Says you.
Dan, we still love you.
I doubt that. If you loved me, you'd let me beat you.
But then where would the story go?
Bone God could take over. You guys could play villains.
Why didn't you offer us villain to begin with?
That's not how I roll?
No, you just roll low.
Yes, that is very true. I used up all my good rolls during my collab.
So you have only yourself to blame.
No, I have big campaign story to blame.
So I have a 41, a 39, and a nat 20 for attack rolls.
All right, all 3 hit.
You want the damage just all totaled out?
Please.
And I just realized I was going to have some fun with a freaking potion I picked up.
A total of 82 points of damage.
Woohoo!
Would you like to describe your killing blow?
Fibula's eyeing that iron collar, which is a horrible fashion statement in his opinion, unloads the 3 shots, seeing if he can dislodge the collar holding Argaroth's head to his shoulders.
As the cast iron collar shatters from the last shot, he slowly slumps down to the ground. In a sickly thud, his head rolls off and kind of bounces down a few rocks before laying still.
Cloud is going to give out a nice cheer saying, "We decapitated him again."
Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Kalila is going to approach this slowly. Not too close. Still probably about in the 8-foot range. Cautiously looking at him. Going, "You think he's actually dead this time?"
I don't know. Everyone we keep thinking we've killed keeps coming back and bothering us.
We still have a brick of C4.
Wouldn't that be a... No, that would not be extreme.
Are you doubting an explosion, Defibulus?
No, I was just thinking if there was other things much more entertaining to blow up with a brick of C4. But I really don't want Agaroth coming back since he came back all black, icky, gooey metal in bone places stuff.
I say let's rig up some C4 to him. Make sure he's dead this time.
Does that mean we need to go down the hill and grab his head and put it back over here and blow it all up at once? Or just roll the body down with the C4 and blow up the head that way?
Do we need to blow up the whole body? I mean, his head's decapitated. We could always stuff it in the bag of holding.
What if he reforms in the bag of holding?
You think he could? I don't think he could reform his body in a bag of holding, but you raise a good question.
Well, we didn't think my brother would come back after being blown up and incinerated, and he came back.
Yeah, that is true. I can always go down the hill. I can climb pretty fast, get his head, and bring it back up. It's easier than rolling a body.
How close are you guys to his body?
Like I said, I'm about 8-10 feet away. She approached a little bit, but she feels like she could easily jump back if he tried to move.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Defibulus hasn't moved from where he shot him at.
She goes, I can send Hugin to go get his head.
Yeah, just make sure the head doesn't bite Hugin or anything.
He'll web it and drag it back up. Which Hugin's gonna go get the head.
As Hugin disappears down the mountain edge, I need a perception check from everyone.
33.
36.
Fibulous, you notice that the body's not pouring out blood. It's pouring out a thick ichor. And you start to notice that the ichor is not pooling. It's kind of reaching out like a vein into the ground. You start to see the grass and bushes nearby start to quickly lose their color as the body starts to turn darker and darker. Now the air starts to become warmer and warmer.
Kalila.
Kalila, reflex save.
At least it's my best save. 26.
You just barely jump back as Argaroth just kind of stands back up and almost grabs you by the foot to throw you. You jump back, literally feeling the heat of his flesh. There's a moment to where you could almost swear he has eyes where his head was once. The chain and mace that was attached to his hand seems to drip and rip into two. Now he has two hands that have been replaced by flails.
I don't think he's dead as she's leaping back.
Told you.
Combat continues. Argaroth is up first, and he is going for Kalila.
Yeah, he likes me.
Does a 38 hit?
Yes, 38 will hit that time.
Okay, give me 1 sec.
Just by a little. but it hit.
34 as the first mace strikes you upwards.
Ow.
Reflex check so that you can dodge the second attack.
32.
All right, give my roll. It's a tie. Tie goes to defender.
Woohoo!
The second part of that mace misses you.
There's like a slow motion action of like it whizzing just past Kalila's face as she's like probably still landing Matrix style.
There's also a black necromantic flame that is wrapped around where he hit, dealing an extra 5 points of damage.
Is that on top of the 24?
Yep, it's on top
Okay.
of the 24. Next attack. The Fibulous. The strange red eyes begin to look directly at you as it leans forward where you can see where the neck has been severed from the body. Does a 28 hit?
Negative, sir.
You duck as a belch of black necromantic flames comes from the neck, and you can see as it hits the stone behind you, the stone begins to darken and begins to blacken. Kalila, you're around.
Well, I was hoping to do this. She has a potion. Let me pull it up. Of Frost Dragon's Brew. So she's going to pull that out, take a good gulp out of that, because she's figuring cold damage might actually hurt and or slow a fire orc. And that is a breath weapon that should hit him within a cone of 15 feet.
Is there a roll for dodge?
I'm reading that. It was from Mexi's shop, so I don't see one.
Okay, then it is a It is a breath attack, so it is a ranged attack.
Yeah, so you have to drink it, because I figured it's, frost.
Simple action to drink, simple action to breathe.
Yeah. I'm hoping that it'll either freeze him in place or at least slow his abilities. And it lasts for 2 to 3 rounds, rolling for damage. 8 points of cold damage.
Okay. As your icy breath begins to wrap around his body, the necromantic flames seem to flare up and disperse the magic around it.
Okay, so that didn't do much.
It still seems to affect the damage, but it doesn't seem to be permanent or does as much as you would like.
And those were 2 simple actions, so I still have an action.
Yes.
Well, if that didn't do what I want, I'm going to launch him into the air.
Okay.
Using Air Geyser.
Okay.
That sounds like a bad 80s show.
Right. There is a reflex save,
Okay.
and it is for partial damage.
Okay.
I'm trying to read. Okay, it hurls the target 5 times caster level. So caster level for me is what? 5?
Your level.
6?
Your,
Oh, my level? 15? Okay.
Yeah.
So 15 times 5. 75 feet into the air. So we need to calculate his reflex save for the TN. So 10 plus 15 plus... Anyway, yeah, so at least 25 is for the reflex save.
All right. He passes.
So he takes half damage, which the initial damage is 6, so he'll probably take nothing from the initial burst of air that hits him. But he gets to take whatever the math is for 75 feet of fall damage.
Let's see. You take 1d6 per 10 feet of falling damage with a maximum of 20d6. He is dropping, what, 70?
75 feet.
75. So roll 7d6.
Okay. 28 points of damage.
All right. Defibulous. Or Mugen's turn.
Mugen is reloading his missiles, so he's just staying in a strategic placement, and Hugin's making his way back up the hill, probably with his head.
Yep. That makes it Defibulous's turn.
Which I don't think he landed on his feet, so he might be considered prone.
He is considered prone. Yes.
Okay.
So harder to hit with range, if I'm not mistaken?
Yes.
Gotcha.
He has a boost against range.
Oh, really? I didn't know that is a good thing against range.
Because technically there's less of you to hit.
Yep.
Yeah, you're a smaller target. That makes sense.
I will shoot him 3 times, because I can't think of anything good to do. I don't want to dead shot him at the moment.
Okay.
Which talking is a free action. Kalila's going to sit there while Defibulous is taking shot and aim, asking, how are we going to kill him if he just keeps getting back up?
Ask him politely to stop getting back up?
I don't think he's going to listen.
Well, maybe that brick of C4 idea isn't such a bad idea.
How are you going to get close enough to attach it to him?
Once I figure that out, I will happily let you know. So my rolls to hit, 36, 39, and a 42.
All 3 hit.
37 points of damage.
Okay. As Argaroth slowly stands up, you can feel his flaming eyes slowly scan between the two of you. His mace on his hand begins to spin as he starts to belt out this dark, ichorish flames. And he is going to charge towards Kalila. And he is going to swing twice with his melee. I have a 19 on die, which is a critical for his attack.
Okay.
So first attack.
I already used my black cat. I can't use it again.
56 points of damage for the first
Ow.
hit, with an additional 8 points of fire damage. I'm going to give you your reflex save for his second attack.
Not the first, but the second. I'll take it.
Well, because he launches you up into the air.
Oh, okay. Just out of a question, instead of reflex, can I do acrobatics since I'm in the air or no?
No, because it's reflex because he is following up with the second strike. So it's kind of that, like, you're more trying to mitigate his hit.
29.
You do not pass,
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
but I also don't crit.
At least it's not a crit, but that's not gonna be fun. I've become a ball.
36 points of damage with minimum fire damage, so 2 points of fire damage.
Kalila does not spring back up like she normally does, but she is pushing herself back up, that's for sure. But not well. She looks rather bloodied from that attack.
Kalila, your attack.
Kalila's gonna do the smart thing and finally use Belt of Swap and go to wherever the heck Hugin is at. So
All right.
Fibulous would just see her blip, and all of a sudden, Hugin is in the place of Kalila. And while she is away, she is going to cast Cure Critical Wounds on herself and drink a potion.
Okay. Go ahead and get that healing.
I just have to find the maxi healing potion. I think it's like 2d8. All said in total, I heal 37 points between Cure Critical Wounds and... I'm sorry, 38 points. And the maxi potion.
That makes it Mugen's turn.
Yes, which Mugen should be back up and being able to fire barrage of missiles.
Mm-hmm.
I will roll for Mugen's attack. Does a 36 from a Mugen.
That does hit.
Woohoo! He finally gets to strike him. I'm gonna roll my d4, see how many missiles hit. 2 missiles. 13 points of damage from them missiles.
Okay.
And since Hugin was teleported directly in front of Argaroth, he is gonna do another bite attack on him. 38 hit.
Hit.
Poisonous bite. For 16 points of bite damage and 4 points of poison.
Okay. And that puts us at top of round. Defibulous, you just saw Kalila just take 2 really bad hits and then blip away, leaving you, Hugin, and Mugen to face off with a very, very angry undead bone god blessed orc.
Bounced around like a pinball.
What would you like to do?
So the block of C4, how did we determine it was armed and set off in this?
You have a remote detonator. To do it in combat, it would take your actions phase. So you would be able to take a 5-foot step for avoidance, and that would prep it. Then you would have to get close enough, and then you would have to detonate it. And detonating it is a simple action because it is simply pushing a button, depending on how you want to do it. If you're trying to attach it to him, it is a CMB challenge, so basically a grapple to get it on him. If you are just chucking it at him, it is just chucking it, and it'd be a ranged attack to land it where you want it.
Throwing the C4 once it's armed is just pretty normal.
Yeah, it'd be a ranged attack to place it where you want it. The higher if you can hit his AC, it would stick to him. The higher up his AC, the more center of mass you hit.
Gotcha. And then I could still set it off after throwing it.
Yep.
What's the blast radius on it?
Well, they're localized explosions.
Gotcha.
But you would still not want to be within melee range of him, or standard melee range, so you wouldn't want to be within 5 feet of him. Because of viscera and flames and explosions.
Explosions. I am going to arm that block of C4.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to throw it at him and see if I can get it to at least stick to him.
So to arm it takes your entire round. It would give you a 5-foot step to get away from him, but that's it. Because it is a complicated running wires, setting the detonator.
Alright, I shall start doing that.
Okay. That makes it Argaroth's turn. Kalila, how far do you think Hugin was from getting back to the party when you teleported with him?
He can move pretty quickly, so how far down the hill was the head?
Not very.
Give me feet.
Let me roll a D1. Let me roll a D30. Give me a sec. 20 feet away, so you're basically 20 feet behind Argaroth.
Okay. I mean, that's up to you as to where he was.
Yeah, no, I just rolled, and my dice said, 20 feet behind you. So when you teleported to him, you basically teleported behind him, so he lost track of you for that moment. Now he is going to look for you. Are you trying to hide from him, or are you just...
If there is a convenient boulder nearby, then she would have ducked behind a boulder for sure.
Give me your stealth.
26. Oh, I'm sorry, 36. 36.
Okay. I wish it was 26, because that's what I rolled. So he does not see you. So let's see who he uses the threat.
Hugin, Mugen, or Defibulus?
Defibulus is the threat.
Am not.
You have that pile of C4 in your hand right now, correct?
Yeah, if I'm setting it.
Okay.
Does Argaroth even know what C4 is?
It doesn't matter, it's explosive. And he is necromantic flames. But I gotta roll to see if I hit you first. Attack number 1. 19 on die.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, crap.
Give me a sec, let me get my D10s. Because I put them in my dice roller because I was stupid. That is 46 points of melee damage. Followed up with a 10 points of flame damage. Now, I need a reflex save to see if you can dodge his second strike.
36.
I have a higher number. I have 38. You are getting hit once again. 24 points of melee damage, followed up with 6 points of fire damage. Now, I will give you a chance to roll a d6. 1, 2. The C4 falls out of your hand and can be rearmed. 3, 4. It is knocked away and you're going to have to scramble to get the parts. And then 5, 6. It'll explode, causing damage to both you and Argaroth. Would you like to roll this, or would you like me to roll this?
I'll roll it, and I rolled a 2.
So that the C4 is knocked out of your hand and into the ground, where it lays as you get sent flying back. That makes it Hugin, Mugen, and Kalila's turn.
Hooray! And Argaroth and Defibulus are very close to one another. They're within like 5-10 feet of each other.
They're basically 5 feet away from each other.
How bad does the Defibulus look after getting hit twice with that?
I'm calculating it now.
How far away is Defibulus from Kalila? Is he within 40 feet? Yeah, because I was only 20 feet from Argaroth, right?
Yep.
Defibulus is pretty badly hurt.
All right. Kalila is going to take her move action to go right up to Defibulous, but staying out of Argaroth, so that extra, 5-foot arc, so she doesn't, provoke an attack of opportunity from Argaroth.
Mm-hmm.
And cast the Stone Skin on him, which grants him an additional DR of 10 points every time he takes damage for a maximum of 150 points. So he pretty much has a, shield of 150 points.
Okay.
Like I did before. You remember the spell, right, Defibulous?
Yeah, it seems pretty familiar.
Yep. So anytime you take damage, you have an additional DR of 10 points that this will stop being effective for you after you've taken a total of 150 points. And she's going to use it's a simple action to drink another potion, yes?
Yes.
She's going to drink another maxi potion just to give herself those couple extra hit points. Centaur and Defibulous are standing right next to each other now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to cast that extra armor on him.
Mm-hmm.
So move, cast, drink potion.
Okay. And how much did you heal for?
10 points. Now, let's see. Mugen is just going to stay where he's at, lining up his next shot as he reloads. And Hugin is going to throw 2 of his nettle barbs, 2 of his butt hairs. Hopefully, I crit, blinding Argaroth for a minute.
He cannot be blinded.
I was about to say, can he not be blind? Because he technically doesn't even have a head, right?
Nope, he cannot be blinded.
Okay, well, he's still gonna throw some barbs.
Okay.
40 and 35.
Both hit.
Sweet. One of them does 9 points of damage.
Okay.
The other one does 9 points of damage.
Okay. Defibulous, your round.
Second checking my potions real quick.
I'm about to say, in the bag of holding there is several because Kalila's stocked up, so you should be able to get a potion of healing, even if it's on you because you have the bag of holding.
Yeah, as I say, it should be a large bag of holding. Or large health potion, if I could read what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to do that. Use a large health potion. Heal back 8 points. And he's going back for the C4 again because he doesn't want to leave that lying around on the ground. And gonna try to arm it again.
Okay. So this round you will get your hands on it. Next round you can begin the process of rearming it. That makes it Argaroth's turn. Argaroth does not like the fact that Kalila is still standing. She should be dead. So he is going to try to slam into you again with his 2 maces.
Yeah, that's why I drank that extra health potion. I predicted that.
I am 1 point away from another crit.
Ha! You didn't crit me. Yeah.
There's my other d10. 28 points of melee damage. 10 points of fire damage.
Always gotta singe the fur, don't ya?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna take weeks for my fur to grow back.
And now your reflex.
30.
You beat me by 1.
Yes!
Trying to think if I have anything else in my bag of tricks. Hold on, I'm looking at his character sheet.
Uh-huh.
Nope. 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 I used both my attacks. Nope. Don't. I don't got nothing. Nope. Yeah, I'm done. Makes it Kalila. Oh my gosh.
Kalagaga.
It makes it Kalila Hugin Mugen's turn.
I like Kalagaga better.
Kalagaga. Sounds Klingon. I was reading over my spells to see if I can do anything that can get him to, like, be immobile for at least a round. Because it doesn't quite seem... Does he even look like he's continuing to take damage from us like he did before? Or has he just totally been brushing it off like, yeah, whatever, punk?
He's taking some damage, but in order to show pain, you have to have a face. And you've kind of removed the big teller.
Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense. Just seeing.
I mean, there is a lot more ichor dripping from him, but you can't tell if that is from just being what he is or from the damage you are dealing.
I'm thinking I might try. I'm reading over. There's an attack called Thunder Stomp, which can trip a creature, so it could make him prone again. Mm-hmm. So that means he has to take a round to get back up? Or remove at least?
Yeah, it's a move action to get up.
How far away is Defibulus from Argaroth?
Probably another 10 feet.
She's going to use her last 5th level spell slot and cure critical wounds on Defibulus.
Okay.
Can she attack as well? I believe she can cast and do an attack.
Yes, I believe it is a cast and a attack.
She'll heal him for 35 points. And use one of her explosive arrows.
You are...
As her...
Okay, no, because I'm about to say you are technically in melee range, but you're not, because you're outside of melee range. Just barely.
Yeah, I'm just outside of 10 feet. So I'm gonna use... She's gonna heal Defibulus, like I said, and then turn around and do a quick pot shot of the explosive arrows at Argaroth. And I finally get a crit on him. My one explosive shot gets to crit. Okay, I think it's technically your second one. So this normally deals 5d8 fire damage, and it's the plasma fire or whatever, not standard fire. Remember, it still hurts him, even though he's a fire orc. What am I doing? Just timesing that by 2?
Yep.
He takes 76 points of fire damage. He does get to make a reflex save to suffer half.
Oh yeah, no, I just rolled a 3. There's no way.
Sweet! Alright. Very nice. And then for Hugin and Mugen's turn. Hugin would be considered farther away from Argaroth than Kalila, correct?
Correct.
Belt of Swap again. So Hugin is now next to Defibulus. Kalila is going to be wherever Hugin was. Hugin will take a...
You cannot use that. It is once a day.
Is it once a day?
It is once a day.
Okay, never mind. Then that's fine. Hugin will make a tangling attack against Argaroth.
Okay.
Trying to prevent him from being able to attack next round, or at least attack with difficulty. Yeah, actually, I might get that one. 47.
That is a hit.
I'm sorry, I read the wrong number. Hold on. 41. My bad.
That is still a hit.
Okay, well then he is considered entangled for 1 round by spider sticky webbiness.
Okay.
And then Mugen is going to fire off a barrage of his missiles.
Okay.
32.
That is a miss.
Ah, so close. I was excited.
That makes it Defibulus's turn.
Would he still be considered flanking?
Defibulus?
No, Mugen.
Yeah, no, he'd be flanking. Why?
Does a 34 hit?
That is my AC to the letter. It goes to the defender.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That makes it Defibulus's turn.
Defibulus is arming the bomb.
All right. Bomb is now armed. Are you going to throw it at him?
Damn straight I am going to throw it at him.
All right. Roll your to hit.
He hurt me, he hurt Kalila, and he's hurt the animals. He's gonna get blown up.
Okay.
Phibius is getting angry.
Can I have a critical on a 19 with throw?
It means it'll place it where you want it.
Good. But it as a total, so it's just a range attack?
Yep.
Derp. Sorry. I was staring right at it and couldn't find it. So that is a total of 40.
All right, you place it exactly where you want it. Where do you want this C4 to adhere?
Dead center of his mass.
Okay. So your next round, you can attack. You can hit the button. It is now Argaroth's turn. Argaroth is going to turn to face Kalila. He is going to kneel down and aim his severed neck at her.
Oh, this ain't gonna be good.
That's just nasty.
Does a 38 hit?
Unfortunately, it does.
I need to get my bigger dice out. Hold on.
Because that's a comforting sentence.
38 fire damage, or 38 magic fire damage for the first. And as the necromantic fire wraps around you, you take an additional 9.
Okay, I have a technical question. My armor, my black dragon armor, has a 50% fire resist. Does that count for this spell?
No, it does not, because this fire is more like Ichor. It's actually kind of more burning inside you.
It's more necrotic.
Yes.
Okay, so you said 38 and what was the other part?
38 and 9.
What's the 9?
The necromantic. So you have his belting out attack, and then the necromantic fire is a separate attack. There's 2 separate fires that hit you.
Okay. Does my DR come into play with that?
On the first one.
But not on the second?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Just needed to know so I'm getting my numbers accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Those numbers, man. Numbers.
And he's going to do it again.
He can do that twice?
He can attack 2 times around. Well, no, he can't. Never mind, because it was a spell. I wanted to kill somebody.
Well, Kalila's looking absolutely terrible. Whose turn is it?
It is Kalila's turn.
I know I have more heal spells. Hold on. They're just of lesser quality. How far away is the nearest rock to hide behind?
You are back up at the top of the mountain with him. There are no places to hide. And he is still kind of sticky to the ground, but he has got a bead on you. I think he wants to make sure you don't leave.
Yeah, he doesn't like the black cat. That's for sure. Well, I'm going to still cast a Cure Moderate Wounds, which is a level 3. I always stack a healing spell in every casting level.
Mm-hmm.
I actually rolled pretty well on that. And healed 23 points. And she's gonna hide behind a fibulus. By like 10 feet, but she's gonna hide behind a fibulus. While drinking another healing potion.
Alright, Hugin.
Mugen would be reloading since he missed.
Okay.
Although I might have him come up and bite him.
Well, you do know that the fibulus is getting ready to detonate a bomb.
Oh yeah, so she's gonna make sure her critters scamper away so he's not exploding her pets.
Okay.
But Hugin is going to do another entangling attack to keep him down because it only lasts 1 round, and that's a range attack.
Okay.
Nat 20 for a Hugin on his tangling attack.
Okay.
So he's really sticky.
Yep.
And
Ew.
Yeah, I know, right? And they scamper off out of the way.
Defibulous. Top of ground.
With a great deal of anger and malice that this thing has hurt him, Kalila, and the pets as badly as he did. Defibulous is telling him go back and die, and he's going to hit the button.
As there's just this slow motion moment where you slowly depress the button and you hear that subtle click as the C4 chimes and beeps before there's this explosion sending orc flesh everywhere. There's a moment where things have that calm. And as the smoke and viscera fall to the ground, Argaroth is still standing. His bones and flesh have been blackened now. You can see the strange ichoric tendrils that bind him together. His head starts to form with this blackened ooze, and he snarls as he starts to move towards you. Then there is the sound, a voice that seems to echo from the nether.
Enough. We have bigger problems to deal with.
There's a moment where Argaroth looks towards the volcano, then back at you, and he turns and starts to make his way up the mountain, almost as if he was an ooze, just scaling this impossible movement without a problem. And as the last bit of ichor and viscera flop onto the ground, we end this episode here.
I think that is the closest to death Kalila has come so many times.
Yes.
As the storyteller finishes the tale, we look up as a courier walks in, holding out a letter from a guild of adventurers. We have been asked to do a simple courier mission here through the mountain pass and to Hold's Keep. A simple mission. Should only take us a few days. The storyteller looks at us and gives us a nod.
Well, my friends. It seems as if you will have a busy few days. Well, don't worry. When the time is right, we will continue our tale. But it seems as if the adventurers have dealt, or at least dealt some damage, to Argaroth the Roggaroth, and put a decisive blow against Leoris. Well, unfortunately it seems you have packing to do. For the adventure awaits for you, my friend. And as always, may the dice gods bless your every roll.
We here at What the Dice would like to thank Paizo for creating Pathfinder, Epidemic Sound for our music, as well as Sirenscape for our sound effects. If you would like to reach out to us, you can do so on Facebook at What the Dice Pod, Twitter at What the Dice Pod, and of course email whatthedicepod@gmail.com. And if you liked our little adventure, please share us with your friends and rate and review us.